Imagine the Super Bowl is tied in the fourth quarter. You're watching it on this massive screen in a packed sports bar.
Right. Totally absorbed in that pristine 4K feed.
Exactly. But you probably don't realize the only reason that feed hasn't completely melted down the building's 20-year-old wiring is, well, a $4,000 piece of invisible hardware humming quietly in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, just quietly doing all the heavy lifting in the dark.
Right. Okay, let's unpack this. Today's deep dive is a mission to decode a wildly technical, menu-dense e-commerce page from HDTVSupply.
Oh man, that page is intense.
It really is. We're digging into it to understand that exact piece of hidden tech. The Thor Broadcast H-4K-DUO-MOD 2-channel 4K HDMI RFC TV modulator and IPTV encoder.
Which is just a massive mouthful of a name, honestly.
Yeah, and it lives on this webpage. There's just an absolute intimidating wall of text.
But sitting right at the center of all that visual noise is this incredibly powerful 4K technology.
Right.
We really need to separate that alphabet soup name from what this 1RU chassis actually achieves in the real world.
Okay, so break that down for us. What does it actually do?
Well, at its core, it takes two 4K HDMI inputs, so think like high-end cameras or maybe satellite receivers, and it converts them into RF TV channels or IPTV streams.
Wait, hold on. I get that delivering 4K requires advanced HEVC compression, so you don't instantly crash the local network.
Exactly, yeah. Each 265 compression is completely key there.
Right. But why do we need a dedicated $4,000 piece of hardware for this? Like, couldn't software just handle compressing the video?
I mean, sure, software could compress it, but not with zero latency while simultaneously modulating it into RF frequencies in real time.
Yeah.
That is the true engineering challenge here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is that this single box bridges a massive physical gap. It's taking ultra-modern, high-bitrate 4K resolutions and basically forcing them to play nicely with legacy infrastructure.
So like the standard coaxial cables that are already inside the walls of a 500-room hotel?
Precisely. You get the modern 4K viewing experience without having to rip open the walls and rewire an entire hospital or a cruise ship.
I love that. So it's less like a magical 4K universal translator and more like a high-tech, real-time trash compactor.
A trash compactor. I actually really like that analogy.
Yeah, it takes this massive, bulky 4K data, structurally crushes it down instantly so it fits through the tiny pipes of old coaxial networks.
And then unpacks it flawlessly on the other side.
Right, and because this device solves such a massive, specific infrastructure headache, it completely changes who is actually shopping for it.
Oh, absolutely. We clearly aren't looking at typical consumers here,
Right.
which really explains the sheer volume of text on that HDTVSupply product page.
Yeah, here's where it gets really interesting. You look at this page, and it feels like an Excel spreadsheet from 1999.
It is almost archaeological. I mean, it's packed with endless, hyper-specific categories, like sports bar systems up to 160 TVs.
Yes, and massive lists of strategic partnerships, and countless mentions of Wolfpack matrix switchers.
It's definitely not trying to be trendy or minimalist.
Not at all. Like, who is casually browsing a site with this much dense text and just clicking add to cart on a $4,000 commercial encoder?
Nobody casually does that.
Right. There's even a customer review from a guy named John M. who gave them a high rating, but his actual comment was literally, "When I called, the staff was less than friendly but answered my question."
That is so revealing, though. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it reveals the psychology of a hardcore, purely functional B2B market.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
The buyers for these sprawling university campuses or massive sports bars, they don't care about slick web aesthetics
Yeah.
or warm and fuzzy customer service, really.
To an IT director, white space and flashy graphics are just a waste of time. They just want the technical truth, and they want it fast.
Precisely. They are scanning for compatibility flags. Like if they don't instantly see that the device supports specific protocols, like UDP or RTP, they just leave the site.
Right, and those protocols basically act as traffic cops, ensuring that a live multicast video feed doesn't buffer when it's sent to 160 TVs simultaneously.
Exactly. So those massive text-heavy menus aren't bad design to them. They are a highly efficient filing cabinet.
It really reframes the whole thing. The flawless 4K video we all expect, whether you're watching the big game at a bar or catching a movie in a hotel room, relies entirely on this stuff.
It really does.
It relies on dense, highly specialized, and frankly, very expensive hardware sold on unglamorous websites that most of us will never even see.
It truly is the hidden engine of our modern visual experience.
Totally. So here's a thought to leave you with. As we inevitably push toward 8K resolution and beyond, pushing massively more data through the world, will these legacy wires finally reach their absolute breaking point?
Or will the next generation of invisible humming hardware just keep saving us from having to rip down our walls?
Exactly. Something to think about next time you're marveling at a crystal clear screen.